My name is Lisa, and I live with my husband, Nori. I'm a part-time working housewife. Near our home is my in-laws' house, where my husband's parents and his older brother, Noah, live. Because of that, my mother-in-law often asks me for various favors.
So, there's this really trendy, high-end dessert that's super popular right now. I want to order it, but you know how I am with computers, totally clueless.
I see. I'll take care of it.
Mom, you really shouldn't rely on Lisa too much. Dad's retired now, and you're living off your pension, so you need to start saving, right?
The truth is, whenever my mother-in-law asks me to order things online like this, I'm always the one paying. I use my account to pay by credit card, and even when the items arrive, she never makes an effort to pay me back. As a result, I'm always stuck covering the cost, which has been a real problem for me. That said, Noah has often stepped in to help, and I've really appreciated his support. Then, one day,
Our house is getting pretty old, and a lot of things are starting to fall apart, so I'm thinking about doing some remodeling.
Since it's a good opportunity, why don't we put heated floors in all the rooms?
Mother, Father, if you keep adding more requests, it's never going to end. Honestly, the cost is going to be really high, so it's better to just focus on the necessary renovations.
I want to fulfill Mom and Dad's wishes, so we should at least cover the renovation costs for them. That's not too much to ask, right?
To be honest, I understood where Nori was coming from. But if we remodeled the house exactly as his parents wanted, it would cost a fortune. Thinking about that, I was against the idea of us covering the expenses, but Nori insisted on paying. As I was feeling troubled about the situation,
I live here too, so the three of us will split the costs. Nora hero, don't put any unnecessary burden on Lisa.
Noah,
Lisa, don't worry. We'll discuss the remodel and figure it out on our end. Mom, Dad, you both need to be more practical. No amount of money will be enough if you keep dreaming too big.
Well, I guess that's true, but
Yeah, I've heard remodeling costs way more than you'd expect.
thanks to Noah's advice, the conversation settled smoothly, and I felt relieved. From that point on, Noah took the lead in deciding what parts of the house would be remodeled. I felt reassured, thinking that with Noah around, I might be able to get along with my in-laws better. Then one day. What? Noah, does this overseas assignment mean you're moving abroad?
Yeah. My boss told me directly. I'm like, why me of all people?
Noah had to move overseas for work. Up until now, it was thanks to him that my in-laws didn't get out of control. Just the thought of him being gone filled me with anxiety. And a few months later, my fears were confirmed.
Liz saw the money in the account for the loan payments has run out. So could you deposit next month's payment for me?
Wait, what? Mother, how did the money for the payments disappear?
Oh, I recently bought a super expensive, absolutely gorgeous vase. Apparently, it's going to be worth a fortune in the future.
You're joking, right? I immediately consulted Nori after hearing what my mother-in-law said, but he stubbornly insisted Lisa should pay. Noah was too busy in a foreign country with no time to take time off, so I couldn't ask him for help. In the end, I had to cover the cost again. 6 months later, I realized that I had paid for 90% of the loan for the in-laws' home renovations. Then, one day, when I visited their house, there was an unfamiliar new car parked outside. About that new car outside.
Oh, you noticed? We just bought a new car the other day.
Isn't it cool? It's the talk of the neighborhood.
You bought a car.
The loan for the car is coming out of the same account as the renovation payments, so just handle that too.
What? Why did you buy a new car?
We happened to drop by a car dealership, and the salesperson showed us something they recommended.
And it was just so wonderful and attractive that we bought it.
But I'm the one depositing money into that account every month. And you bought a car.
Don't act so high and mighty over a little pocket change.
The renovation and car loan aren't that much, are they?
Not that much.
Don't you dare defy us. You are just a daughter-in-law.
A stingy daughter-in-law who can't even pay off loans for the family is such a hassle.
This can't be.
I didn't know you were such a useless daughter-in-law.
Exactly. I wish we had a more obedient daughter-in-law who knew how to spend money.
As they continued to complain loudly, saying whatever they pleased, my patience with my in-laws finally reached its limit. Fine, then I'm done being a part of this family.
Ha! Done being? What are you talking about?
It seems like I'm just the daughter-in-law, and I'm not even allowed to stand up to your family. So I'm saying I'm done being part of this family.
Of course it's wrong for you to defy them.
I'm getting a divorce.
Wait, what? Did you just say divorce?
That's right. I'm divorcing you. Not only am I cutting ties with your parents, but also with you, Nori. I'm done being your wife and their daughter-in-law. I'm going back to being a stranger.
Why? No one said you had to go that far. And let me tell you, I am absolutely not agreeing to a divorce.
I'm done being treated like this. I'm fed up with you, too.
But look, I'm not the one with the money, right? So, of course, it's only natural that you, as this family's daughter-in-law, should be paying for everything.
I can't stand that way of thinking, and I can't stand you, Nori, for saying things like that so casually. And there's no way I'm going to let you all keep leeching off me any longer.
After all this talking, what's with that attitude? Who do you think you are?
Exactly. Complaining about money. How small-minded can you be? And by the way, if you divorce Norihiro, who's going to pay the loan?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm done with this family. With that, I went back home, packed my things, and returned to my parents' house. Nori kept trying to contact me, but I ignored all of his calls and messages. A month later, as his messages started to taper off, I was beginning to feel at ease when suddenly,
Lisa! It's me, open up.
Lisa, we came all the way here, so come out now.
Don't pretend you are not home. We know you are in there.
just when I thought things were finally peaceful, what brings all of you here? Nori, did you bring the divorce papers? Signed and ready, I hope?
I'm not here for a divorce.
This isn't about that. We got a demand notice from the bank.
Oh, you haven't been making payments, and? What does that have to do with me?
Why haven't you deposited any money into the account?
Why would I? I told you I was done with this, which is why I left. Besides, that loan is something you took out, so don't rely on me.
We're not divorced yet, so you're still my wife. This is serious, we're really in trouble. So, like before, just help us out.
No. There's no way I'm giving you any money. And I'm absolutely divorcing you. So stop dragging me into this.
Are you kidding me? Because you haven't been putting money in, a real estate agent came by. They came to assess the house, and it looks like the house might be put up for sale.
Oh, really? Well, I don't live there anymore, so I don't care.
How can you say that? Normally, being a month behind on the loan isn't a big deal. But now all of a sudden, there's talk of an assessment and selling the house. What's going on?
I managed to send the real estate agent away. But if you don't deposit the money, we're really going to lose the house.
You're still part of this family, Lisa. You need to do something.
That's out of my hands. The owner of the house is considering selling it, so it's not my problem. When I mentioned the house owner, Nori and his parents looked confused, as if they didn't understand what I was talking about.
I don't really get it, but Dad's not planning to sell the house.
The loan is under Noah's name, so your dad isn't involved.
Wait, my brother's name is on it?
That's right. When we took out the loan, I also had the house title changed to my name. So, technically, the current owner of the house isn't Mom or Dad, it's me.
Noah, what are you doing here?
Noah, aren't you supposed to be overseas for work? What about your job?
Work's been going better than expected, so I managed to come back much earlier than planned. I've been listening to everything you've been saying, and seriously, what are you doing? Enough already.
Enough already? Wait, so you're the one who sent the real estate agent?
Of course, you've been acting ridiculously, treating Lisa however you want. If this keeps up, I'm taking the house and the car back.
Why? And if the house is under your name, why was Lisa the one paying for everything? If I think about it, I don't really see why you'd have the right to take away the house or car.
Noah has been sending me the money properly. I used that money to make the monthly loan payments. I was just acting on Noah's behalf. Thanks to him, I didn't pay a single cent out of my own pocket.
What? Noah's been paying for everything.
Of course. Why should Lisa have to pay? I've been covering the entire loan, and I just asked Lisa to handle the payments.
In reality, Noah had been covering the loan payments every month. Nori and his parents, who had no idea, were shocked.
Oh, well, if that's the case, you should have just told us earlier.
Exactly. Honestly, Lisa, if that was the situation, you should have told us sooner.
Mom, Dad, when we discussed the loan, we all made an agreement.
Oh, but you know, circumstances change, don't they?
Yeah, just like how your circumstances changed, and you came back from overseas early.
That's completely different. Mom, Dad, Norihiro. What do you think Lisa is to you?
Well, obviously, she's my wife.
No. I've told you already, I'm getting a divorce. How many times do I have to say it? I'm tired of dealing with selfish people like you.
Oh, that's just because you're too weak-willed, Lisa.
Exactly. When your mother-in-law was younger, things were much tougher.
What are you even talking about? If that's true, then here you are bullying your daughter-in-law. That makes you no better. You have no right to lecture about willpower.
Who cares about that? If you're paying, then Lisa has no reason to complain. There's no need for a divorce, right? So, come back home.
Absolutely not. Yes, Noah's been covering the payments recently, but before that, I was paying everything. Nori never showed any intention of contributing at all. And as for Mom and Dad, they chipped in here and there, but that was just random. Honestly, that's basically the same as not paying anything.
Oh, I thought you were just paying out of the goodness of your heart. And besides, once you married Norihiro, we became family, didn't we? I don't see why you should have to pay us back now.
Exactly. It's just part of being a good daughter-in-law, right?
Despite everything, my in-laws still insisted that it was only natural for me to cover the expenses. And as for Nori, even though he's their actual son, he never once mentioned contributing himself. Nori, you can just keep sucking up to your parents forever if that's what you want.
You've always been like this, haven't you?
What's the big deal? Mom and Dad haven't said anything wrong, have they?
Then tell me, what exactly is right about what your parents are saying?
And while you're at it, explain what you're doing that's so right, too.
Well, I respect Mom and Dad's opinions, for one. And I tell Lisa to pay so their wishes come true.
Wow, what an impressive display of filial piety.
Norihiro, you do realize you're not doing anything at all, right?
What do you mean? Supporting them and agreeing is a good way to show initiative.
Norihiro is so kind. But Noah is kind too, since he's been paying the loan each month.
When you think about it, the only cold-hearted one here is Lisa.
After all, Lisa is an outsider. So she couldn't care less about our remodeling.
You're right. Not only do I not care about the remodeling, I couldn't care less about either of you.
What? How dare you? You're nothing like Norihiro.
Come on. Stop babying him like this. You're too easy on him, and on yourselves. You need to be more responsible when it comes to money.
Oh please, I'm not babying Norihiro at all.
Exactly. That's why he grew up to be such a respectful and kind son.
This is hopeless. There's no point in talking to you.
I agree. Let's just let them say whatever they want. It's not like they have any right to criticize you, Noah.
Of course my brother should pay, he's the eldest son, after all.
That's right, Noah. You should have been the one covering the entire loan from the start.
I thought you were such a responsible son, Noah, but I guess I was wrong after all.
Nori and his parents, now in a fit of anger, started accusing Noah of being ungrateful. At this point, it was clear that talking any further would be pointless. That's when Noah and I decided.
You've got to be kidding. If that's what you think, then fine. You're completely off the mark. Keep sitting around with the three of you and having your dumb conversations. I'm cutting ties with you all. I'm done being part of this family.
What? Why would you say such a thing?
That's right, Noah. You shouldn't be saying something as drastic as cutting ties.
I'm dead serious.
Noah's cutting ties, and I'm getting a divorce. Sounds like we can end everything in one go.
Exactly.
Wait, you're not serious, are you? If you cut ties, what about the loan payments?
You can figure that out yourselves. Norihiro is still here, isn't he?
But, Noah, this is still your family home.
I've already signed a lease on a condo, so I'm living somewhere else now.
Wait a minute. What about the loan payments? What are we going to do?
Not to mention the money for all the online orders you had me pay for.
We don't have that kind of money. We're broke.
Please, Noah, Lisa, we can't manage without you.
You can just have Nori take care of you. Noah and I are done here.
Lisa, don't be so cold. Please don't leave me.
Ugh. If you've got time to beg, you've got time to sign those divorce papers.
But I don't want a divorce. Please, forgive me.
Noah, don't cut us off like this.
I'm begging you, Noah. Please keep paying the loan and let us keep the house.
You're unbelievable. From now on, you're going to have to take care of everything yourselves.
At least let Lisa come back.
Absolutely not. They're your parents, Nora Hiro. You take care of them from now on. After that, Nori and I divorced, and Noah kicked our in-laws out of the house. The in-laws begged Noah to let them live in his new condo, but he refused immediately. Nori tried to reconcile with me several times, but I shut him down at the door every time. Since Nori couldn't manage household chores, he moved back in with his parents. However, they weren't living in the family home, they were living by the riverside. Finally, Nori and his parents found a way to cooperate, but it was to survive an outdoor life. In the end, Nori and his parents lost the house, the car, and what little money they had, and the three of them lived in extreme poverty, hiding from sight. As for Noah and me, wow! So the old house is going to be turned into a cafe?
Yeah, they're going to need a bit more remodeling to open it up for business. But the location is great, there's a parking lot nearby, and they can park a few cars on the property too.
That's nice. It's great to know that the house you grew up in will still be around. With such a nice atmosphere, I'm sure it'll bring smiles to everyone who visits.
Thinking about it that way, it kind of feels like we did a good thing.
Hey, when it opens, how about we go together?
Oh, that sounds great. I'd love to see what my childhood home looks like now.
Since then, Noah and I have become close, almost like friends who really get along. The family home we sold is officially going to be turned into a beautiful cafe. While Noah seemed a bit sentimental, he was also excited to see how it would transform. As for me, I'm back to being single, but since I've continued working, nothing much has changed aside from the divorce. Still, I feel like there are fun and happy days ahead. With that thought in mind, I'm determined to make my life enjoyable and fulfilling for myself from here on out. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.